Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode.
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 210 pounds, the WWE United States Champion, Carmelo Hayes.
To another episode of Friday Night Smackdown, and we're kicking things off with the United States Champion. And ladies and gentlemen, this man has been on a tear here as of late, winning the United States title at Backlash. But to get to Backlash, he had to defeat some names like Jeff Hardy. And R-Truth, last week he went face to face with the number one contender in Finn Balor. But ladies and gentlemen, his opponent is a truly phenomenal player.
From Gainesville, Georgia, weighing in at 218 pounds, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
AJ Styles was in the Fatal 4-Way match 2 weeks ago to determine the number one contender to Braun Breaker's WWE Championship at Clash in Scotland. LA Knight did win that Fatal 4-Way match, but now AJ Styles looking to regain momentum here, coming out with Scotland themed attire here tonight. But AJ Styles has one hell of a momentum, defeating names like Dragon Lee, defeating people like John Cena, Randy Orton. Ladies and gentlemen, can AJ Styles defeat the United States Champion just ahead of Clash in the Castle? Forehead of steam, and down goes Styles. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the lockup between Styles and Hayes. Both men are very technical wrestlers here in Universe mode. Garbage, down goes Hayes. And now AJ Styles showboating here in this match, and now into another collar elbow tie, sending Hayes against the ropes. Are we gonna be getting a clean break here? And yes, we are. Big reversal by Hayes, but now look at Styles getting taken down by Carmelo. And now Hayes missing the moonsault. AJ to his feet, big drop kick, down goes Carmelo. And now the phenomenal one telling Hayes something. Ducked under, there's a penalty kick by AJ. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the last Smackdown before Clash in Scotland. Big takedown by AJ. And now what does AJ have in mind? Going to the top rope. Carmelo's on the outside. Big crossbody by the phenomenal one. And now what does AJ have in mind? Getting up the US champion. Slamming the back of the US champion on the apron. And now sending Hayes into the ring. Hayes, though, finding the reversal. And now both men getting back inside the ring. What a painly kick by Styles. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Carmelo Hayes trying to get up here. Styles, though, finding the punches. And now there's the kicks. And now Styles backs up Carmelo into the corner. Stomp to the knee. And now another time. And now Carmelo could be in trouble. Styles with the roll up on Carmelo. And a kick out by Hayes. And now what does Carmella have in mind? Styles gets him up. Big kick. Carmella though finds the right hand. Styles finds a chop. And now, ladies and gentlemen, this is not where you want to be if you're Carmella Hayes getting into a striking battle with the Phenomenal One. Carmella getting reversed by Styles, but now Carmella reversing Styles. And ladies and gentlemen, these men are throwing haymakers at one and another. And now Carmella into the ring. Styles for a header, steam drop kick in the corner. And now what does Styles have in mind? Getting up the US champion. And now Styles with the punch. Styles, phenomenal form. Carmella ducked it. And now Carmella gets back inside the ring after ducking the phenomenal form, sending Styles off the ropes, ducked under, and now Hayes drops Styles with the neck breaker. And now what does Carmella have in mind with the big senton? And if you Carmella Hayes, you need this win going into Clash in Scotland. Big double knees to the face. There's two and a kick out by the Phenomenal One. And now what does Carmella have in mind? The headlock on Styles, but Styles though finding the reversal. And now Styles with the calf crusher on the United States champion. Is Carmella gonna tap out ahead of his title defense? No. Carmella finds an elbow to the back. And now Styles with the enzuigiri. Carmella rolls out of harm's way. And now Carmella rolls through, kick to the chest. And now what does Carmella have in mind? Stopping the face of AJ Styles. Now gets up the Phenomenal One. Carmella Hayes trying to throw Styles into the corner. Styles finds a reversal. Big punch. Carmella reversing Styles. And now Carmella showboating here for a head of steam. Styles though caught Hayes with the kick. It now has Carmella with the Styles clash going for the pin. There's two and Hayes kicks out. The United States champion kicked out of the Phenomenal form. And now AJ on the apron. Phenomenal forearm to the US champion. Going for the pin. Is this gonna be enough? And yes, it is.
Here is your winner, the Phenomenal AJ Styles.
The Phenomenal AJ Styles picking up a massive win here. What a match to start off Smackdown. Back after the Phenomenal One just defeated the US champion. Back here in Celtic Park in Scotland. And here comes the Bloodline.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 250 pounds, Solo Sikoa!
Solo Sikoa is in action here tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, let me catch you up on the Bloodline. Solo started the first episode of Smackdown, losing to Aleister Black. And then about 3 weeks later, Jacob Fatu, the werewolf, defeated Roman Reigns. And at Backlash, ladies and gentlemen, the Bloodline, Tama Tonga and Tama Tonga, lost to the Creed brothers and Chase U, not gaining the tag titles. But now, ladies and gentlemen, here tonight, Solo Sikoa has a chance to get back in the title picture, getting back into winning faction here tonight. But Solo Sikoa has his work cut out for him, because he's facing the badass, the WWE Champion.
And his opponent from Woodstock, Georgia, weighing in at 230 pounds, the undisputed WWE Champion, Braun Breaker.
Braun Breaker, the WWE Champion, and this guy has a date with LA Knight in Scotland. But ladies and gentlemen, Braun Breaker, we gotta talk about it. Last week on Smackdown, after he defeated Omos in what was one hell of a match, he went face to face with the Tribal Chief. Roman Reigns is gunning for that WWE Championship. Can Breaker prove why he's the WWE Champion against Solo Sikoa? Or is the Bloodline going to make their presence felt here in Scotland? Big elbow collar tie-up, starting up this matchup. And now Solo working over the head of Breaker. But Breaker, though, dropping Solo with the back body drop. And now getting up Solo Sikoa here. Big reversal by Sikoa, big reversal by Braun Breaker. And now Breaker with the punches to Solo. Big right hand knocking Solo into the corner. And now look at Breaker laying the punches, and now the boot in the throat of Solo Sikoa. And now what does Breaker have in mind? Big axe handle, big right hand. And now Breaker with the clothesline, turning Sikoa inside out. And now, what does Braun Breaker have in mind here? Getting up Sikoa, big right hand. And now another right hand. And now Sikoa with the gut punch. And now here comes the leader of the Bloodline with the Samoan drop. And now Sikoa gets up Braun Breaker, big axe handle to the back. And now Sikoa attacking the knee of Breaker. Leg drop by Sikoa. And this is where Sikoa wants to be. Sikoa wants to control this matchup. Now getting up the WWE Champion with the neck breaker. And now Sikoa stomping out the champion here in this matchup. Headbutt to the midsection. And now the Bloodline getting involved in this matchup. Solo sizing up the WWE Champion, sending him into Fatu and the Tongans. And now look at the Tongan trying to get a hold of Breaker. But now Breaker scales to the top rope. Breaker at the top. Big reversal. Sikoa was trying to take down Breaker. And now Breaker takes down Sikoa. Big clothesline, down goes Sikoa. And now look at Breaker taking out the Tongans on the outside. Clothesline, no. Solo with the spinning Solo on Breaker. The spinning Solo on the WWE Champion. And now Solo sends Breaker inside the ring. But look at Breaker already getting up in this match. And now Breaker gets up Solo. Big gut buster by Breakker. And now there's the Tongans once again getting involved in this matchup. Big reversal by Breakker, and another time. And now Breakker trying to go for the right hand. Look at Solo. Rip for the spike. Breakker finds a reversal into the uppercut. And now look at Breakker sizing up Sikoa for the spear. No, Sikoa sidesteps the WWE champion. And now Sikoa with Breakker in position. And down goes Breakker. Headbutt reversed by Breakker. And now Breakker and Sikoa back in the middle of the ring. Breakker is throwing haymakers. Solo has Breakker, but Breakker finds the reversal once again. Clothesline by Breakker. And now Breakker and Sikoa in the middle of the ring, throwing haymakers at one another once again. Both of these men want to be at the top of the mountain. Both of these men want gold. But Breakker now backing up Sikoa. And now Sikoa wants Breakker, and Breakker lays out Sikoa. And now look at Fatu and the Tongans getting involved. The referee throws the chair out. Wait a minute. Breakker. Forehead of steam. There's a spear to Fatu. And now the Tongans and Breakker. And now there's Solo. And now Breakker tries to get back inside the ring. So there's Sikoa. The spear to Fatu. And now look at Sikoa. Gets up the champion and drives him down with the running power slam. And now there's a kick out by Breakker. He does not want to go out like this. And now look at Breakker. Double knees to the gut again. And now there's the Tongans once again. They see Solo in trouble here, and they keep getting involved, distracting the WWE champion. And down goes Sikoa once again. And now look at the ref going outside. There's a spear to Solo. And now one of the Tongans is eliminated. The spear to Solo. Referees get back in position. There's two, and Solo kicks out. Solo kicks out of the spear by Breakker. And now Breakker sends Solo off the rope. Solo finds a reversal, and Breakker takes down Solo. And now Solo's down, and now the other Tongan is getting involved here. And now look at Solo with the headbutt to the back. And now Solo looking to end the WWE champion, but Breakker finds the reversal, sending Solo into the corner. On the top rope. Now what does the champion have in mind? Look at Breakker. Oh my God, what a move by Breakker off the top rope. There's two, and Solo kicks out again. And now Breakker backs up in the corner. What does Breakker have in mind? Into another spear. And now look at the Tongan getting the boot of Breakker, going for the pin to defeat Solo. And Breakker with the win.
Here is your winner, Braun Breakker.
Braun Breakker with a massive win here tonight, building momentum towards LA Knight in Scotland. And we are back live in Scotland. in the Celtic Park, and we have a debut of Stacks.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, representing the family from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 232 pounds, Channing Stacks
Lorenzo, or also known as Stacks, making his debut here tonight, and there's Aleister Black. What in the hell is Aleister doing? Aleister Black is pissed off, and undoubtedly so, because if you guys remember, the last match Aleister Black was in was the Fatal 4-Way with Orton and Styles, and Black had the match won, but LA Knight, being the sneaky competitor he is, takes out Aleister, and now Stacks slamming down the head of Aleister. And now look at Lorenzo getting up Aleister Black here. But Black also hasn't had much of a winning streak. He defeated Solo in the first episode of Smackdown, and ever since then he lost to The Miz, and really hasn't got much going after that, ladies and gentlemen. So this is a big match for Aleister Black here, trying to get the momentum back on his side. Big knee to the back by Aleister here. Aleister is not scheduled to be at Scotland or Clash in the Castle. And now look at Aleister with the moonsault. Down goes Stacks. And now Aleister with the headlock, elbows raining down on Stacks. Big right hand, and now look at Aleister Black dropping the knee. Getting up Lorenzo once again. And now look at Aleister unloading with the combos. And now big enziguri, down goes Lorenzo. But Lorenzo finds the kick. Big bicycle knee reversed. And now Lorenzo trying to fall. Black sidestepped on. Big bicycle knee, down goes Lorenzo. And now Black soaking in Scotland here. Big reversal by Aleister, and now Black with another backbreaker down on Lorenzo. And now Black once again showboating to the Scotland crown. Big punches. Lorenzo rolling up Black. Is this gonna be enough? Black though reversing the pin. Black trying to steal one against Lorenzo, but Lorenzo once again countering. And now Black's countering. And now Lorenzo countering the pin once again. And Black gets out of it quickly. Big backhand, big forearm, both misses. And now Aleister trying to connect with the DDT, and does. And now Aleister showboating once again. Lorenzo with the strike. And now both men throwing haymakers at one and another here in this match. Big right hand, no. Oh, what a chop by Stacks. Big right hand by Black. And now Black with the big punch, but Stacks answers. And now Black answers a punch. And ladies and gentlemen, and Stacks gets taken down. And now look at Aleister. Backs up into the corner. Stacks doesn't know where he is. Big knee, down goes Stacks. And now Aleister with the uppercut down with another DDT on Lorenzo. Wait a minute, what does Aleister have in mind? Rolling to the outside. Aleister Black looking to inflict more damage here in this match. Stacks doesn't want to follow Alistair to the outside, holding his ground inside the ring. Alistair on the announce table, and now Stacks falling into the trap of Alistair. And now Alistair Black has Stacks in position right where he wants him on the announcer's table. What does Alistair have in mind? Alistair Black, brainbuster through the table. And look at Alistair just showboating over lifeless Stacks. And now Alistair throwing Stacks back inside the ring. Stacks has yet to maneuver anything into a black mask. Going for the pin. Insult to injury, but Stacks kicks out. And now look at Black stomping on the face of Lorenzo. And now Black another time. Kick to the back, and now Black once again showboating to the Scotland crowd. And ladies and gentlemen, still to come, we have a women's champion in action. Sol Ruka will be in action in our main event DDT once again by Alistair Black. Into the corner goes Stacks. Alistair has Stacks on the top. What does Alistair have in mind? Big right hand. And now Alistair Black has Stacks with a superplex. And now Alistair takes to the corner, showboating to the crowd once again. And now Black with the knee to the face. And this has all been Alistair Black in the debut of Stacks. Big right hand. And now Stacks kicks to the midsection. Stacks with the knee on Alistair. Going for the pin. There's only a 1 count. Stacks gave it his all against Alistair. And now Stacks going to the top rope. Alistair's already back up to his feet. Axe handle by Stacks. And now here's a momentum changed by Lorenzo. Off the ropes into a big boot. Now going for the pin to defeat Alistair. There's 2 and another kick out by the WWE, by Alistair Black. And now the Universe trying to get behind Alistair. Another knee down on Lorenzo. Going for the pin and another kick out by Alistair. Big bicycle knee. Alistair Black shut down the offense of Lorenzo. Real quick with 1 knee strike. And now Black with the black mask. Going for the pin to a lifeless Lorenzo. And Alistair Black with the win.
Here is your winner, Alistair Black.
Alistair Black with a matter of seconds, shutting down the momentum of Lorenzo. What a win by Alistair. But now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for a main event. And here comes a women's champion, making her return back to Smackdown after the Vicious
is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from Honolulu, Hawaii, the WWE Women's Champion, Sol Ruka.
After the vicious attack by the Women's United States Champion, Jade Cargill, 2 weeks ago. And now Sol Ruka has a date with Jade Cargill for the Women's Championship at clash in the castle. But ladies and gentlemen, Soruka looking to build momentum here tonight in the main event. But ladies and gentlemen, who is challenging the women's champion? And here comes the man talking about a women's champion, a decorated superstar is Becky Lynch.
And her opponent from Dublin, Ireland, the man, Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch is trying to make a statement in her own right, trying to defeat the women's champion here tonight. Great opportunity for the man here tonight. But ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a hard-hitting battle between Soruka and Becky Lynch. Let's get into our main event. Soruka, the man Becky Lynch. First time ever. And now Becky with the clothesline. Starting out strong in this match, big elbow on Soruka. And Soruka might not be 100% after Jade Cargill's attack 2 weeks ago like we was talking about. And now Becky showboating here in this match. Soruka has been putting on hell of performances here in Universe mode. Down goes Ruka, but now Becky stomping out Soruka here. And like we were saying, Soruka has been putting on instant classics like the triple threat match against Tiffany and Liv Morgan. Big reversal by Soruka, big right hand. Becky doesn't go down, and down goes Soruka. And now Becky sends Sol over the top rope and down to the floor. Soruka also faced names like Selena Vega, picking up the win in that contest as well. And then at Backlash, Soruka faced Roxanne Perez in what was one hell of a championship match. Soruka walking out victorious. And now Becky Lynch with the cannonball down on Ruka. And now Ruka with right hands backing off Lynch. And now Ruka getting back inside the ring. She doesn't want this to end in a count out, and what a suicide dive by the women's champion. Big kick by Ruka, and now look at Ruka bringing the attack on Becky Lynch. And now Soruka with the Hurricane Runner by Soruka. What athleticism by Soruka. And now just showboating on the man. I don't think the man's gonna take kindly to that. But Soruka finds the reversal, dropping the knee. And now look at Soruka getting up Becky Lynch here. And now Becky sends Soruka into the ring. Count of 6 by Charles Robinson. Count of 7, both women back inside the ring. And now look at Becky Lynch as the women's champion, but Soruka finds the reversal, super kick. Becky kicks to the knee. And now rolling up the women's champion is Becky Lynch. Is this gonna be enough? No. Soruka gets the shoulder up, but look at Sol. Catches Becky Lynch, but Becky reversing the hold, and down goes Soruka. And now Soruka rolling to the apron. Becky Lynch missing the drop kick. Inside goes Soruka. Big super kick. And now Becky Lynch getting reversed by Ruka again. Big form. Drop kick. Down goes Becky. And now look at Ruka hyping up the crowd here in Scotland. But now Becky Lynch sending Soruka off the rope into a hip toss. Big clothesline by Soruka, and look at this once again, just showboating on the man. I don't know how well of a decision. This is by Soruka, but now look at Ruka climbing to the top rope. Soruka with the crossbody. And now Becky getting caught with the Spanish fly by Soruka. And this match is amazing so far. And now Ruka kicks to the knee into a Falcon Arrow by Soruka. And if Soruka brings a fight like this to Jade Cargill at Scotland, she might be retaining her championship. And now Soruka full head of steam. Becky finds a reversal, big clothesline, down goes Soruka. And now Becky gets up the women's champion, big right hand. And now here's a combination by Becky Lynch. And now what does Becky have in mind going to the top rope? Becky Lynch looking for the leg drop on Soruka. Going for the pin. Is this gonna be enough? And Soruka kicks out. Becky cannot believe Soruka kicked out of the leg drop. And now into a manhandle slam. Going for the pin on the women's champion, and a kick out at 2 by Soruka. And now the WWE Universe trying to get Soruka back into this match. What a drop kick by the man. And now Becky gets up Soruka. What does Becky have in mind here? Big chop. And now both women throwing haymakers at one another. Becky Lynch does not go easy on her competitors, especially champions of the women's division. A big right hand by Ruka, and now Ruka and Becky going back and forth here. And another time. And now Becky with the chop of her own. Big right hand missed. And now both women throwing haymakers. Both women not letting up on one another. Big punches by Soruka. And now Soruka into the Soul Snatcher. Out of nowhere on Becky. There's 2 and a kick out by the man. Soruka can't let frustration get the better of it. Up goes Lynch and down with the powerbomb. And now Soruka gets up the man once again. Big punch by Soruka, and now Ruka with the Soul Snatcher once again in this match. Going for the pin off the Soul Snatcher, and Becky kicks out. Becky kicks out of the Soul Snatcher 2 times in a row. Spanish fly by Ruka. And now Ruka don't know what to do. Soruka trying to figure out what to do next. What a crossbody by Soruka. Almost going into the WWE Universe. And now sending Becky into the barricade. And ladies and gentlemen, what a warm-up this has been for Soruka. Because she has to face the dominant Orson Jade Cargill. But Becky Lynch almost defeated the women's champion on multiple occasions here. Big kick by Soul, and another kick by Soul. Super kick avoided. Becky Lynch with the crucifix down on Soruka. And now Soruka takes out the knee of Becky Lynch. Now going to the top rope, and ladies and gentlemen, what a main event we have here tonight. Down goes Soruka. And this has been one hell of a match. Big chop, big reversal by Ruka, big form. And now Becky getting reversed with the kick. Got spin around, and Soruka now laying out Becky Lynch. And now once again, Soruka playing into the crowd here tonight. And now look at Soruka moonsault on Becky. And now getting up Becky Lynch one more time. Double knees to the face. And now Soruka climbing to the apron. Soruka wants to man up. Soruka with the clothesline. And now Ruka has Becky in position. But Soruka might have wasted her opportunity. Soul Snatcher once again in this match. Becky Lynch though, close to the ropes. There's two. And Soruka knocks off the man. What a match.
Here is your winner,
Soruka defeating Becky Lynch. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. We will catch you for Clash in the Castle.